Welcome back to the channel and to another new episode of things you might not know about 2K22. This one is episode number 8, but as always, check out the series playlist, link on the screen for any you might have missed. And here we go again, more secrets, Easter eggs, hidden features and awesome details. This is 10 more things you might not know about WWE 2K22. So continuing on from the last episode, we've got a bunch more 1.09 patch updates, as well as more. But let's start off with the updates. Now, another awesome detail and new addition for 2K22 via the update is the brand new victory motion for the Way, specifically one for Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Now, whilst Candice LeRae is on the roster already, Indy Hartwell currently isn't, although it will be coming to the game via the Most Wanted DLC pack that releases in May. 2K had potentially added this animation early, but nonetheless a brand new winning motion for the Way in 2K22. Another of the smaller updates from the patch is the ability to now use the Dirty Dawgs tag team theme and graphics for all modes. For whatever reason, these were previously locked to just Universe mode, but now they can be accessed across the entire game. If you're a fan of custom wrestlers and hair options, then the good news is that the game now features a bunch more via the update. Now, it's hard to say exactly what was added without the old list available to see, but hopefully the ones on screen is a decent selection of some of the more noteworthy newer ones that have been added with the latest update. So, as we've covered previously in the series, 2K22 added a brand new Fiend Champion entrance, although this was locked but could be attained via modded creations. The good news is that via the update, this is locked no more, and this is now included on the official motion list. This one can be found under Champion Entrances with the name Fiendish Champion. It is also worth noting that the Fiendish Champion winning scene that was previously broken is also now fixed, and your opponent no longer disappears. No doubt there, some awesome additions and fixes if you're a fan of the Fiend in 2K22. One champion entrance that does remain locked and hasn't yet been added that you still might not know about is a brand new one for Adam Cole. Now, much like the Fiend, Adam Cole is of course not on this game's roster, but likely was originally planned to be, as 2K did create a brand new champion entrance for him. This one can be attained from modded cross-platform creations by downloading the creation that can be seen on the screen. So previously in the series, we've covered how the game features special audio when certain superstars make their entrance at WrestleMania. A similar thing now for NXT, as NXT TakeOvers also feature this similar awesome detail, which sees certain NXT names get the special audio treatment at the NXT TakeOver events. Check out this short compilation of some of the best so far.
Here's the man responsible for the most shocking TakeOver moment ever, betraying Johnny Gargano at TakeOver Chicago.
This is also a man who's been a main eventer as both a tag team competitor and individually.
Well, thinking how much Ciampa has transformed Johnny Gargano. Ciampa changes everything he touches, but not always for the better.
Yeah, but if you want a TakeOver moment, you want to be standing across or next to Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, I say either way, watch your back when Tommaso Ciampa's around.
Johnny Gargano is at his signature event, Johnny TakeOver.
Nobody has competed in more NXT TakeOvers than Johnny Gargano.
Won his very first title in NXT at TakeOver Toronto, winning the tag titles with then-partner Tommaso Ciampa.
Had some classic main event battles with Ciampa as well. He go on to win the North American Championship from Ricochet at TakeOver Phoenix. And then the NXT Championship in the main event, 2019, the match of the year. Brian, you ever notice that the bruisings are always bigger at TakeOver?
Well, you think about what Pete Dunne has accomplished at TakeOver. His very first TakeOver, he defeated Tyler Bate for the NXT UK title at TakeOver Chicago.
Led his team to a War Games win over Undisputed Era in 2018.
How about TakeOver Portland when he won the NXT Tag Team titles with Riddle as the Bruiserweights?
Look at the focus in Dunn's eyes. He will seize this moment at TakeOver.
Sticking with NXT and special audio, we've now got a pretty cool one for Tommaso Ciampa when he's in the NXT arena. So when playing as Ciampa in NXT, at the start of each match, you get a special Daddy's Home crowd chant. This one looks to only take place in NXT arenas, as in other arenas, for example Raw, he features an alternative chant. Now, as we've already touched on in previous episodes, and even this one already, model creations are an awesome thing in 2K22. It has given us bonus animations, alternative models, and more, and today we have got a few more things to add to that list. This time we are specifically covering updated older models that by default are not playable and are instead locked behind other modes such as this year's career mode. But the good news, if you're wanting to play as Old Man HBK, Road Dogg, Ric Flair, and even Bret Hart, this is now doable. To get these, as always, simply download these creations from this year's cross-platform community creations. Next up, not a new one, but one that didn't work in 2K20 but now works again in 2K22. So as we all know, the games feature some pretty nice Royal Rumble finishers, one of which is the always awesome RKO. But a thing that you still might not know about it is that the move, despite being one of the best, does come with a big risk when using it as a Rumble finisher. That is because if the Rumble RKO is reversed, it results in an automatic Rumble elimination via this very badass counter. And last up today, one final one for the 1.09 update that sees the return of a former OMG moment. Now, as we know, OMG moments in 2K22 got a complete revamp and saw many removed from the series, one of which was John Cena's Double AA. But the good news is that via the recent update, this has now been added back. This can now be found in 2K22 as a selectable finisher in this year's movesets, which is listed as Double Attitude Adjustment 2. No doubt an awesome move, and definitely a good one to have back in this year's game. As always, share me in the comments any suggestions for future episodes in the series. Stay tuned for more like this coming to the channel soon. And until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.